Hello and welcome to the Messy Church. Messy Church. To begin with, before we go anywhere, just to say that this Messy Church is called Holy Halloween, and it's all based on Psalm 23. Now, Psalm 23, it's in the Bible, and often people say it's a psalm written by David. And so here is a short video telling us something about King David, who was in the Bible, and about how he wrote things. He wrote lots of songs and psalms. So enjoy this little clip about King David.
Stories of the Bible. David's prayers. This is David.
Hey-o!
David was the second king of Israel.
Yeah!
He was a great warrior.
Oh!
He loved God with all of his heart, and he prayed to God often. David loved God so much that he wanted to give him a special house to live in.
Yeah, that's it.
But God told David that it wasn't his plan for David to build this house. Even so, David thanked God for all he had done for him. He praised God for the great God that he is. David wrote many psalms, which are prayers and songs to God that are in the Bible. In many of his psalms, David began by thanking and praising God. He thanked God for answering his prayers and giving him victory over his enemies. He thanked God for guiding him and showing him the right path to take. David thanked God for always being with him. Even when David was an old man, he thanked God in front of all the people of Israel for all that he had done. He said to the people, "Give praise to the Lord your God." David talked to God his whole life, and this is one reason why God said, "I have found a man after my own heart. He will do everything I want him to."
Now the Messy Church at home. You should have this within your bag, and it says Messy Church at home, Holy Halloween, because it's Halloween this weekend, isn't it? And of course Halloween, really it means All Hallows Eve, and All Hallows is an old way of saying All Saints. So on Sunday, that's this Sunday, the 1st of November, it's All Saints. And so Halloween is the evening before All Saints. And in the church, we celebrate the evening before All Saints. So Halloween, it's the evening before All Saints. Just remember that one. And so within the bag, we will find, I'm going to unpack some of the bag, we will find that amongst many things, here we are, we've got a word search on All Saints Day, and that's why it's in there, because Halloween, the evening before All Saints Day, and there's a little bit of colouring for you to do as well. I don't know if you can see that. All Saints Day party, and that's something of what we're going to be looking at with our Messy Church this month. So, just to kick off, it starts, and if you're reading this sheet, number 1, it says green pasture picture. It says if you can't get exactly these materials, just see what you can find around the house instead. The green pasture picture. Now then, we will cut across to Liz, and Liz Watts will explain something about today's Messy Church, and she will explain and show us how she made her own green pasture picture. Thank you, Liz.
So hello, and welcome to Messy Church. This session has been called Holy Halloween on your papers. As you can't get out and about to do your trick and treat this year, we're looking at what the Bible says about scary things that you'd be thinking about at Halloween, and also thinking about safety of being at home. So what we're doing is we're looking at Psalm 23, which is in the Bible, which I have here, which is a prayer that was written by King David. So I'll just read the first few lines, few verses, and we'll put you up a copy of the psalm so that you can read it for yourselves. So it goes, "The Lord is my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in fields of green grass and leads me to quiet pools of fresh water. He gives me new strength. He guides me in the right paths, as he has promised. Even if I go through the deepest darkness, I will not be afraid, Lord, for you are with me. Your shepherd's rod and staff protect me." So we're imagining that we are sheep. So this is how we can make the psalm make sense, is that we are like sheep, and we are sometimes like sheep, aren't we? We sometimes a bit silly. We follow other people like sheep do without really thinking, and we easily get lost and scared, and we need a shepherd or someone to look after us. So just as the shepherd looks after his sheep, then God will look after us if we let him. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a picture of the scene that is described in this psalm. So fields of green grass, pools of fresh water and paths, and the shepherd and the sheep. And what we're going to do is make it as a collage so we can stick different things on it. And this will remind us of God's love and care for us, and that we can trust him even when things are a bit scary. So first of all, you need a big piece of paper. It could be any paper because you're going to be sticking things on it, so even if it's newspaper. So I've got a big piece of paper like this. Okay. So what I did first of all is I looked for some background. So actually I found a good magazine which had got various pictures of the countryside. So if you could see here, I've got a nice picture of trees and the sky and greenery from a magazine. Now we need to cover their various bits up because we've got this writing here. Now the psalm talks about pools of calm, still water. Now I'm not very good at drawing water or colouring, so what I've done, as you can see here, is I've put a piece of silver foil here to represent the water. But you might like to colour your piece of paper or stick on something else that looks like water. Okay, so now we need a sheep. Now, as I say, I'm not very good at drawing or thinking about this myself, but what I did was I found on the internet some images of a sheep. This was the one I liked. So what I did was I've cut him out, and then I got some cotton wool here, and I've fluffed it up and stuck it on him to make a nice fluffy sheep. So he can then go in my scene. So there he is, just standing there by the water. Now, I also thought about what other images of sheep I could find. And I went to some of my old Christmas cards. And I found this nice picture of some sheep lying down peacefully under a tree. So I thought that would go nicely in my collage. So we're going to put that there on the sheet. There you go. So there's some sheep, some other sheep lying under a tree. So there is the sheep. Now, so we need to cover up some of these where the writing is and put some more things on here of interest. And in your notes it suggests you go out and pick leaves or sticks or feathers or twigs. So that's what I've done. So I found some tall bits of leaf like this, which look like grass. So I was going to put these here so they look like reeds on the edge of the pool. So some nice green bits here. So they would be. So all these bits could be stuck on with your Pritt stick or with sellotape. So there we are. There are some reeds to go there.
Yes, and thank you, Liz, for showing us how you did your collage. Now, in the bag, for you to do the collage, you'll find either a sheet of cardboard. There's a bit of cardboard that you can use for doing your collage. Or you might find a piece of, well, it's actually wallpaper, but there's a piece of paper, a large piece of paper there, or there might be a sheet of card. There wasn't enough card to go around, so some bags have got cardboard, some have got a sheet of card, some have got the wallpaper. So that's in your bag to do the collage. Yes. So we'll just put that to one side. Because that's the collage that Liz has just shown us. And then the next thing on the sheet, number 2, walk on the wild side. Now you're going to have to use a bit of imagination. And it says turn your room or garden into a walk on the wild side to make a bit of a scary walk. This is something you can do perhaps at the weekend. You could create a scary walk. It could be in the living room with all the lights dimmed or just one little torch light. And then you can make little scary things. You can put things around the room and make a sort of, I think it says here, there we are, look, for example, you might hang string from a doorway and say that they are cobwebs into a mystical portal through which you must pass. There we are. And you can call it the Dungeon of Doom, the Cave of Doom, the Tunnel of Doom, Temple of Doom, Pyramid of Doom, Dead Chamber of Doom, Forest of Doom, Cellar of Doom. There's all sorts of dooms you can have. And perhaps you want to try and scare people in the darkened living room. So that's a great activity to get involved with for a couple of hours. But of course, always with the help of your parents, because you don't want to break any pieces of furniture or any pieces of china which might be hanging on the wall or anything. So a little bit of care, and then you can invite the family to walk round your scary chamber of doom. And whilst you're doing it there, it says talk about how it feels to be with someone else when things are scary, because life can be scary sometimes. I was always scared of the dark when I was younger. That always used to get me. But it was nice being with an adult. When I was with an adult, I no longer felt scared of the dark.
We found a little hole in the hedge and we're going for a walk on the wild side. Hope it's not too scary. What's that sign? Does that say beware? That's a getting dark and it's getting a bit more scary. It's lucky there's 2 of us.
Oh, it's a bit scary. Come on. It's scary. Keep going in the woods. Oh, there's a bike. Be careful. I think it's cobweb down. Is there a spider? I don't like spiders. Mine is on the floor. Oh, what's happened here? Somebody's turned that over. Now which way? Can you see?
I'm getting more and more scared though, getting deeper into the wood down this path.
It says keep out. Oh, I wonder what we've found here. Oh no, oh, cobwebs. Careful, careful. There's several spiders there.
Ugh, horrible.
You see a light up ahead? Oh. I don't know if there's anybody there. Is it a camp? I don't know.
What's that?
Wow. I don't know. I don't know who lives here.
Ah, it's a green light.
Oh, there are spiders. But still, come on. Let's sit down. It's nice and cosy.
It is.
Do you like a sweet?
Yes, please.
Here you
Thank
go.
you.
I've got some. Oh, we'll sit here.
Good idea.
It's okay if we're together, isn't it? Ah. It's nice if we're together,
It
isn't
is
it?
nice if we're together.
Okay.
Ooh. It's getting dark. I think I'm going to have to put the torch on. Oh, there we are. What's that say? Keep out.
There's a spider.
Oh no! Don't go to catch it in your hair.
What's that noise?
I don't know. There's something in the hair. There's somebody coming.
I could hear some footsteps.
Come on. Let's keep going. Yeah. I can see a light.
What's that noise?
What's that? Look, quick. Oh look, what is it? It looks like a camp.
Camp.
Do you think somebody lives here?
Yeah. There's still cobwebs though.
Yeah.
Shall we sit down?
Oh, yeah. Yes, let's sit down. Okay. Well, we're here, I think. I think we can hide here.
Yes.
Should we have some sweets while
Yes.
we're waiting?
Let's have some
I bought some. I'm glad I came with you.
Me too.
I don't want to come on my own.
Thank you. What's that noise?
I don't know. Is somebody coming? What was that?
It seems to have run off again.
Oh, what's this here? It looks like a side. I wonder who that belongs to.
Maybe it's the owner of the den.
Now then, the next little activity, a terrific table, and it says you will need banqueting roll or disposable tablecloth. And there is in fact a tablecloth tablecloth in the bag. That's what it looks like. It looks like a massive piece of paper. It's a quite big paper tablecloth. Okay, so that's also in the bag. I'll just fold it out of the way. There's a tablecloth and there is a paper plate. You should all have a paper plate each. So if there's 3 of you in the family, that hopefully there's 3 paper plates in the bag. And what are we going to do with this? It says, decorate the table ready for your next meal. So get everything ready for the big meal. I mean, you might be doing this at the weekend, or you might be doing it this evening. Give everything a party feel. And it says, draw on the tablecloth. Make place name markers out of paper. You might want to make placemats, streamers, or confetti. Anyway, it's getting really exciting. So, is there someone you could invite round to enjoy it all and eat with you? Well, it may be, or just as the family, get the family together. Even if it says here, even if it's only beans on toast, even if it's just beans on toast and not just a Sunday dinner, but make everything look nice and neat and tidy. And that's because in the psalm that we've been looking at and that Liz introduced to you, and it's printed also in the bag, it says, there we are, look, it says, you prepare a meal for me. So within the whole thing about the Psalm 23, there's a little bit about preparing a meal, and that's why we have this activity, the terrific meal. And so you can decorate your plate. I wouldn't advise eating off the plate if you're going to decorate it. If you're going to use paint or anything, you wouldn't want to put beans on toast on that after having painted it, because then you're going to be, the paint's going to get into your beans on toast, isn't it? So you might just want to decorate the plate and then use it, or just have it as a table decoration rather than eating off it. So that's just something you might want to do. So with that one, tablecloth and a plate for decorating your terrific table. And then it says, look, talk about how it feels to come home and find a special meal all ready for you with people that you love. That's a nice thing, isn't it? There's nothing nicer than sitting around the table with your family and all the people that you love and enjoying a meal together. And that's what Psalm 23 was saying, that God invites us into his house to share a meal with him. Okay, so I hope you enjoy those activities. You've got the collage, the walk on the wild side, and the terrific table, and the colouring sheet, and the word search. And there's also something else. Here we are. A little candle, a tea light. And it says right at the bottom, on the page here, look, light a candle to remember Jesus. Remind each other of what you've been making and doing together about safe places, scary places, and the terrific table. So perhaps when you have your terrific table, when you have your little meal together, you can ask an adult to light the candle for you and put the candle on the table as you eat your meal, and then you remember that the light, the candle represents the light of Jesus. Jesus is the light that shines amongst us, and he makes all things safe for us, and with Jesus around there's no need to be scared of the dark. Okay, so that's all our activities. There's now the video of the Lord's Prayer, the Messy Church Lord's Prayer, and then a song. I've got the video of the song. You've seen it before. It's the one where they're singing in a cave. I thought that'd be a good one for this week or this month. They're all singing in a cave in the dark, and it's all singing about how Jesus is the light. Okay, so enjoy it, and then we shall be back again next month with another Messy Church. Okay, enjoy. See you later.
This is the Lord's Prayer with actions that we often use at our Messy Church. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen.
Jesus is the one who lights our way. He gives us hope for each new day. When the world feels dark and lonely, His love illuminates. He's the one I trust and I will follow Him. He is the light that breaks through the darkness. Follow His lead and light it up. Jesus will guide us through every dark time. Follow His lead and light up the world. Jesus is the one who lights our way. He gives us hope for each new day. When the world feels dark and lonely, His love illuminates. He's the one I trust and I will follow Him. He is the light that breaks through the darkness. Follow His lead and light it up. Jesus will guide us through every dark time. Follow His lead and light up the world. I'm gonna follow Jesus wherever He will lead me. I'm gonna follow Jesus all the way. I'm gonna follow Jesus wherever He will lead me. I'm gonna follow Jesus all the way. He is the light that breaks through the darkness. Follow His lead and light it up.